Hello, callers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Brazilian prodigy Vitor Roque, as it has been reported that the prodigy answers questions about compatibility with Barcelona winger amid transfer links. We are going to be discussing more on that as we move ahead. Then, secondly, talking about Messi, as it have been reported, two positions Messi could be used by Xavi Hernandez if he does make a move to Barca. So, guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Vitor Roque is one of Barcelona's major targets as we slowly approach the summer transfer window. With the club looking for a long-term replacement for Robert Lewandowski, the Brazilian whiz-kid has emerged as the ideal choice for many. The youngster has become one of Brazil's biggest emerging talents, having already featured in 29 competitive matches for Athletic Paranaense at the age of just 18. Naturally, this has put Barca on red alert, with the Catalans likely to do everything they can in order to bring the player to the Camp Nou coming summer, especially after missing out on the likes of Endrick, Enzo Fernandez, and Julian Alvarez in recent years. However, in a recent media alteration, Vitor Roque refused to talk about Barcelona when asked about how he would fit in with his compatriot Rafinha at the Camp Nou. He responded, "I don't know. I don't play for Barca yet." One would find Roque's comment surprising, as the player has expressed his desire to play for Barcelona multiple times in the past. His representative, in fact, is clamoring for a move to the Camp Nou, which is one of the reasons why Barca have not given up on his pursuit just yet. Roque, though, refused to talk about Barcelona. He even said, "I don't have a favorite club. I'm just focused on the present and then we will see," when asked about his future. The 18-year-old went on to praise Neymar, even calling the PSG superstar his idol. He further expressed his desire to play in the UEFA Champions League. He said, "My idol is Neymar Jr. and of course I want to try Champions League football one day," he said. Vitor Roque's comments come just before the international break, where the young star has recently received a maiden call-up to the Brazilian national team after the injury of Tottenham superstar Richarlison. He is rumored to make his debut in the upcoming game against Morocco. Vitor Roque, what a talented player he is. This guy, Barca showed interest in him up to this very day because of that. He's well talented and he's a striker who is so reliable. And of course, for the longest time, we've been talking about Vitor Roque, the player. I don't know, this is the first interview that Vitor Roque have tried to, hide his desire or the love for the links that Barca are showing, right? And I think, I don't know if he have been spoken to, but I think he's just trying to keep low key, like to put the expectations low. Because in the recent interviews in the past, he was literally happy saying that he wants to be a Barca player. He loves the links and so on and so forth. And of course, Barcelona right now, there's no argument that we are in the driving seat when we talk about the various clubs that are showing interest in Vitor Roque. And it is ours to lose because his representative, according to reports, they are really pushing so hard with the Barca camp to ensure that the move materializes. And to the extent of where Vitor Roque have even snubbed some lucrative offers elsewhere just to ensure that a move for Barcelona is possible. Of course, talking about Barcelona, we know what we are currently going through just to ensure that we comply with the league's financial fair play rules, which have never been easy for us, right? Which means that signings will not come cheap. We are going to really suffer, do some sacrifices, as I've earlier said, if we really want to sign new players. I just think that there will be a way. I think Laporta is a genius. He knows what he's going to do to ensure that we get all our desired targets, right? Even though it's not going to be easy for us to get all the players that we want them to come and strengthen all the areas. But honestly, I think players like Vitor Roque, then the right back position as well. I don't know whoever will be coming, but I think those two, a new striker and Vitor Roque a new striker which might be Vitor Roque likely, and a new right back who is the top priority targets for Barcelona when you talk about transfers. So let's see how it goes. Of course, Vitor Roque, you can see that he's a man with a lot of ambition. He's so outspoken, and talking about the fact that he really wants to play in Champions League football. He wants to play in Europe, and of course, there's no doubt about it. If Barca finally, ease their stress when it comes to finances, I think getting Vitor Roque would not be difficult at all because the player really wants the club and vice versa. PSG, Chelsea, Arsenal, I mean, European elites have been showing a lot of interest, but the player have never give any hope for those other guys apart from Barca. Then on to the final story of discussion. Lionel Messi's possible return to FC Barcelona is gaining more weight with each passing day. The Argentine international's contract at PSG expires at the end of the season, and there had been talks of a renewal, but hopes of that appear to be fading. Indeed, recent reports suggest that Messi does not wish to sign a new contract with the Parisians and is instead keen to return to Barcelona for one last dance. The club are keen on facilitating a return, and with the player also seemingly open to such a possibility, things could start heating up in the coming days. However, the financial fair play issues will pose a hurdle in any possible transfer. Already, several players in Barca have welcomed the idea of Messi coming back to the club, while manager Xavi Hernandez too has spoken in favor of the operation, stating that there will still always be a space for the greatest player of all time. Now, Roger Torello of Mundo Deportivo is reporting that Barcelona manager Xavi could utilize Messi in two possible positions should the seven-time Ballon d'Or winner return to the club this summer. As per the report, one position where the 35-year-old could be used is the Sweater left winger, where Gavi has been utilized of late after switching to a four-man midfield setup. Another position where Messi could be deployed by Xavi, according to the report, is the right interior midfield spot. However, the report states that in such a case, Messi will have to press and walk off the ball like the current players in the current system are doing. Everything is purely speculative at this point, and a lot will depend on how Barca manage to deal with financial fair play. But seems clear is that Xavi will find a space for Messi in case he returns to the club. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.